What are we doing, Mike?
We're here with Sadie Durante. I did like a mix. Durante. I did the Italian version. Durante. Sadie Durante at Power Monkey Fitness Camp. She's gonna teach me not the ropes, the silks.
Let me get the good shot. How we doing down here?
I don't know.
How's he doing, Coach?
He's doing great.
Do I look beautiful?
Let's work on that.
I feel beautiful.
That's not bad, dude.
Show us something else.
I say you push him in the pit.
So you perform in New York.
Yeah.
And what would this be called? Like a class, or like what kind of class would this be called?
This would be an aerial fabric class.
Aerial fabric. Okay, got it.
What did you just say? You just said aerial fluke.
Aerial fabric class.
Yeah.
You know, something in Memphis would be nice.
We could hold one for you at the University of Memphis.
I start my own meet.
It seems like it'd be not very legit though if your first meet was our meet.
Recording?
Oh yeah, for the thing.
Right now.
Oh.
Right now. Say hi.
Surprise.
We're about to watch my pistol.
Oh, is she coming up? Oh, this is when, what did you tear?
Quad.
Quad strain.
Upper quad.
What crazy timing. How about that?
So what happened?
I had a quad strain in 2014 and we had to do a 1 rep max overhead squat. And I couldn't use my right leg because it would just collapse. So I had to shift all my weight over to my left and try and do this weird squat. But once you put a weight on the bar, you couldn't go back down. So I failed twice and then got it.
Oh gee.
Oh yeah, I put on 1 extra pound to beat that.
Whoa, see that shift? Oh my god. I can't believe you did that.
What do you think about those interviews?
Man, that was awesome. I'm super excited.
I love that last one, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so much energy.
Yeah, Annie and Ron are really fun people, and a lot of good advice from masters, like realistic advice, because it's easy to be like, oh, you know, just eat more, train this, do that, but it's like, nah, man, like, we want advice because like I have a full-time job and like 3 kids, like how the hell can I train, you know, if I want to be at the next level? And they gave you some good stuff in there about that. It's pretty cool.
What about this morning?
Interviewing Chad and Mike?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah.
My people, my weightlifting.
Yeah, Alex was in his element. We talked about barbecue, coaching cues,
Mostly coaching cues.
Mostly coaching cues, a little bit of barbecue. But what I was excited about with that was getting inside like national and Olympic weightlifting, like getting in their heads. Like these guys are like national champions, they've been to the Olympics. Like hearing from them what goes on when they set up to do a lift is really cool. And then how they don't take just what they do to translate to their clients and their athletes, but how all the other different things they've tried and make it kind of work for everyone.
Yeah.
Because what you might see a lot now is like, you see a lot of people teaching what works for them and their technique, and which is great. It might work for some, but you know, like these guys have taught everyone.
Yeah. But you gotta be open-minded. That's one thing that really is important for coaches, like weightlifting coaches, is to be open-minded. You don't see that a lot these days, and so those 2 guys like extremely open-minded about their coaching, and I think that's why, you know, they have so much success, like with coaching athletes.
Yeah.
You know, like here at Power Monkey.
And talking about how to like talking about how to go into like a clinic or like a seminar and be open-minded as an athlete, because weightlifting is one of those things that like you can be kind of dogmatic in your ways, and when someone's teaching
really
you,
dogmatic.
yeah, when someone's teaching you a new technique, you're like, you hear them, but you're not really listening. You know, it's like time for lunch.
Like it didn't have
It happened.
Down, and my shoe is cut open, and my toes are hanging out. And I'm like,
It happened.
I'm like, that just fucking happened.
Is that real? Is that?
So then I scream like, fuck! Just because try to get someone in my neighborhood to come out, fuck! And no one's there because it's like 1 o'clock on like a Friday, right? Everyone's at work. I'm like, oh. So it's like, so it's still shocked, so I don't feel the end. So I take my shirt off, I tie it around my foot,
23 hours.
and I hop into my fucking house. I get the phone, I call 911. I'm like, now I'm starting to get frantic, right? Because in my head, like, it's not so much pain yet, it's more shock. It's more like, this like my career's done. Like, I'm not playing bad. Like, my whole essence of life was like basketball. It's all I ever fucking did. I'm like, now it's over. So I lay down, I call 911, I call my mom, my dad. I'm like, guys, like, I just put my fucking foot on the lawnmower. He's like, what? And I'm like, I can't talk.
They're like, is that
so
slang?
like,
What's that mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so they're just like booking it home.
You shit the bed. You
Imagine the panic.
I broke
the lawnmower. Call me back later. I'll call you back later.
So I fucking lay down, and all of a sudden it's like the pain seeping in now. Right?
Yeah.
So now like the thought of like, okay, like my whole essence of my life, my basketball career is over. Now it's just pain. And I'm like, fuck.
So then you went on www.buydomains.com and bought CrossFitMilford.com, right?
Yeah, that's when I bought CrossFit Milford.
Yeah.
That's when CrossFit
Right then, that
So actually, so I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, and they thought they were gonna have to amputate. So I think the worst part of it though is like, I'm laying there in the hospital. I get to New Haven, and it's like New Haven's like the emergency unit is always filled up. So I'm laying in the hospital, and my mom's there. So looking at it like this, they take the bandages off. It looks fine, right? Because it's like it happened underneath it. And all of a sudden, my mom like walks around the table, and she looks at my foot, and her fucking face is and I was like, oh shit. And internally, I'm like, oh man, it's that fucking bad. So I go in there, and they do the poke. They're like, well, tell me if you feel anything. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, no, I feel it. Like, no, I didn't poke you yet. Fuck. So I'm like, yes. They didn't want to be like, so they start poking. They're like, nah, I don't feel it. So because essentially what happened is it cut my entire skin off. So my bone and joint were just like exposed. My toe was hanging on. So they're like, well, we're probably gonna have to amputate. And then I got home, and I had to get sucked up to like this mechanical leech to pump blood to it to kind of save my foot or my toes. That was that. So that's the real story.
Mechanical leech?
Yeah, so it's this device that they wrap around my foot, and it just, it just sucked blood, healthy blood down to the area. So that was another 4 or 5 weeks. So I was like 9 to 12 weeks.
Dude, that's crazy. You couldn't opt for the organic leeches?
Yeah. More pasta?
Oh man, that was just like, that was it. That's a story.
If they're with us in the clinic, I'd probably do treatment and going down. Maybe become real life.
You're gonna eat them all separately? Huh? You're gonna eat them all separately?
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Mix them up?
never really focused on it only. CrossFit.
Curling in the squat rack. Shirtless.
That Walmart chicken tenders, they dip them in fat that is perfectly rendered at Walmart.
Saddest water dispenser of all time.
Shoot it! Quick! Quick! Quick!
You guys are on the show? Like, yeah.
Up. Alright, pick up the handles, setting at arms and body. Arms and body.
Is that your bike, bro?
It's my height, but it's another small child's.
Why'd you pick the number 8?
Dale Jr.?
First thing we'll do is work on the ankles. I like this drill because you can do it in a group situation. You don't need a wall. You can just do it in place. So go to your hands and knees. Take one big step forward. And then from here, what I'm gonna do is bend my ankle as much as I can. I'm gonna use my chest up against my thigh. And I'm gonna try to use my body weight, bounce up and down lightly, and bend my ankle as much as I can up and down.
What did you think about Hinshaw?
Hinshaw was awesome. Hearing about all of the high-level athletes that he's helped improve their engine basically was really cool. Specifically Jason Khalifa, and hearing about how he found out about CrossFit was really cool. He got involved there. And then hearing about how he likes to test his athletes. So basically like what his baselines are and what his standards of testing are, and then how you can look at that and take some data from that and figure out what you need to work on. That was a lot of fun.
Alex, do you agree with his assessment?
Agreed, 100%.
My brain feels like scrambled eggs.
My brain
with
feels
chorizo in there right now.
Why is that?
Because we did 6 shows in the last 2 days.
You're
gonna love it.
Fuck.